Hey, it's Brian Walsh here from entrepreneurial today and the Real Entrepreneur Institute. I'm sitting in my home office and I just want to tell you a little story about something that I think is going to really have a positive impact on some of you. I've had over 11 businesses that I've run in my sort of entrepreneurial career. And I've had offices in Cape Town, in Johannesburg, in Durban, as I've run these businesses from large size to small size. And the last set was actually in Rivonia, where I had an office center, like a business center, where numerous people sort of shared the facilities. And I can tell you one thing, I don't like looking after offices and all the responsibilities with the building, etc., etc. And it was a couple of years ago that I set up at home and I started to work at home. And we set up Entrepreneurial today as a virtual company, and our team sort of worked from home. But it got to a stage as we grew extensively in the last year or so, that wasn't really adequate and we needed more space. So I thought, I don't want to go and get offices again. I don't want to go and get full on infrastructure and have to be responsible for all those things. And I came up with an incredible solution, an opportunity that I really want to share with you. So I thought I'd start at home, which is in my home office, and I'll take you on this journey to go and see how this incredible opportunity can potentially affect you and your business as well. So come along with me. All right, so one of the things I love about this particular center is it's very close to where I live. So I'm just going to take you there quickly and we're going to check it out. Okay, so here we are at the Business Center, and that's actually the name of the organization. And the Business Center has 4 centers in Johannesburg, 1 in Cape Town, 1 in Durban, and more coming around the country. And you know, it all started when we first realized that the company was growing at a rapid rate and we needed to get resources. We needed reception facilities. We needed the opportunity for calls to be answered and telephone numbers that could be manned. And we took a number of them. We needed some for some of our international associates who wanted a local presence. And you know, those are what they call virtual packages. And we've got these virtual office packages where you could, you know, we've got an allocated number. We had the receptionist taking calls, taking messages, transferring calls to wherever we were, as well as the physical address and the postal address that could be utilized. And that was like the starting point. And in the space of 6 months, we went from that realizing we were growing so fast, we needed offices. It was like 2 months or 3 months later, we needed offices. And the amazing thing about a place like this is, you know, you can get offices on the call. You don't have to go out there and hunt for some place and set it up. You know, we just sort of contacted them and said, we need some offices. They said these are available. We looked at them within 3 or 4 days. We actually were in the offices already. We now, as I'm busy filming this, in the next few weeks, we're going to be taking 2 or 3 additional offices, and we move into a number of interlinked offices upstairs. And the offices are kind of the work hubs. So there's these corridors with these offices. Every corridor has got its own kitchenette. It's got its own printing area, and various companies take the offices where they work from. And then, of course, I'm sitting in one of the boardrooms now. There's 5 boardrooms downstairs, all state of the art, with everything, all types of AV and lighting and air conditioning, as well as boardrooms upstairs for the guys, or meeting rooms we like to call them, upstairs as well. So there's all these facilities that you get to utilize. I should mention as well, even on virtual packages, you get usage of meeting rooms and what have you. So you don't have to have an office in the place. You can actually just utilize it as a place where you work and meet people, or you get your phone calls answered and you meet people and it's a physical address, or you can have permanent offices. It's the ability to set up offices temporarily for 2 or 3 months. I think they generally go sometimes month by month. Some of the packages are 3 months or 6 months and 12 months, you can choose, or to expand as you require. So like when we came in here first was not even 6 months ago. We had our lines, we came in and used the meeting rooms. Now we've suddenly got offices, now we're taking additional offices, and we're expanding continuously. And something that was very important to me is I travel, and when I was in Cape Town recently, I needed to do some work. The hotel, the 5-star hotel I was staying in, didn't have very nice working environments in the actual bedrooms, which was kind of weird for a 5-star hotel. And it was very noisy in the sort of areas downstairs where I could work. And I just made one phone call, and within an hour I was sitting in one of these meeting rooms for 6 hours in Cape Town working as an office environment. And I mean, you know, it was unbelievable. It's just the capacity to have professional facilities, the capacity to expand, contract as required. So as you know, I run the community, the largest community of entrepreneurs in South Africa and one of the largest and fastest growing in the world. And the crazy thing is, do you want to have, you know, the expense and the challenge of having to set up offices on a physical level all the time, when you can have state-of-the-art environments for a fraction of the cost? You know, we've got IT people full-time that look after our requirements here. We have, you know, cleaners, maintenance people full-time. We have receptionists full-time that are looking after all our needs, and all for the fraction of a cost of what we would pay if we had to set up our own infrastructure. So I mean, the business center, you know, Kerry and his team, there's a number of partners who set it up. They've just done such an exceptional job. And for Entrepreneur that's here today and our subsidiaries, the Real Entrepreneur Institute and some of our international subsidiaries, this has been a godsend in terms of the growth of our business. You know, we've had an explosion of 10 times growth in like 6 months of our business, and it's been an absolute blessing to have these facilities. So we would highly recommend them and really think, you know, that this is an option that many entrepreneurs should look at. So, you know, make sure you have a look at it. If you're watching this video on our website, we'll probably have information that you can fill out and applications that you can fill out and more information about the different packages. But seriously, do yourself a favor and, you know, establish yourself in one of these amazing centers called the Business Center.